What's up, guys? I am Rachel Photon. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. In this reading, we're going to see what the universe wants you to know. With that being said, let's see. What does the universe want you to know? All right, the universe is saying that your life means much more than you may think it does. You are way more important, valuable, or worthy to the universe, to the divine, and to others than you may realize it is. Or than you may realize that you are. Okay? You're much more valuable, much more meaningful than you think, y'all. Okay, there's some sort of karma that is significant in a situation of some sort. Some of you all have been experiencing very good things coming to you. Okay, a lot of you all have understood and mastered the fact that every action has a reaction. What you put out, there must be something that comes in return. And there's something significant about the results of your actions recently. Okay? You might be about to find out something significant, some sort of you may be about to gain some sort of important information of some sort, some important message. Someone may be wanting to send you a message or share something with you. For some of you all, you're recognizing that the universe values you and appreciates you in your life way more than you may have thought. And you may see this by some sort of good results that you have been having recently with the things that you have been doing. Okay? Yes, y'all, oh my God, I love this reading for you all. So you may be recognizing more of your true potential. You may be seeing that you have a lot more that you can do, a lot more that you can accomplish in the world, and that you have many different realms or realities to choose from that you can exist in, that you can be in. Some of you all are working towards making it to where you're not as limited as you may have used to be, that you're able to do more of what you want to do, that you're able to be more of who you really want to be, things of that sort. So whatever these actions that you have been taking recently has been helping you to manifest more better outcomes for you in your future. They've been showing you more of your true potential. Some of you all have been recognizing more of your true potential. I'm sensing strongly that you are breaking free from or overcoming some sort of self-esteem issues. And they may not have been due to you per se, but something that has happened over time with you dealing with certain individuals and being in certain situations. Your self-esteem is improving. You're recognizing more of your true worth, your true value, and your true potentials in life. You're seeing that you can make certain things happen for yourself. You can manifest certain realities for yourself that you want to manifest. You can have a lot more control over your future and what unfolds in your future than you may have thought you did previously. So there's a situation that you could have started over with, or you may have realized that you had to start over with something. You could have started fresh with something. You may have realized that it's okay to start over and to try something new, do something different, go about a situation in a different way than maybe you had used to. For some of you all, you have ended some sort of cycle in the past that was not beneficial for you, that was not allowing you to act out of your true potentials, that may have been very limiting, and you are entering into a new cycle of some sort that is allowing you a new chance, a new opportunity to make things better for yourself or do things different in a way that is much more beneficial for you. And part of this is really starting to recognize how valuable and how worthy you really are and what your true potential is in life. So I see here that you could be preparing others for this new transition that you're going through in life, this new stage in life that you are beginning, this new cycle. You're making sure that others know that you're not going to be the same person that you used to be. You're not going to be doing the same things that you used to do. You have new perspectives, new ideas, new ways that you want to exist and be in life. And you're not no longer going to be acting and behaving out of this old way or this other you that didn't recognize their true value and their true potential, that didn't see how good that they could become or how much better that they could make their life, who may not have had as much faith in life, as much faith in the divine, as much inspiration and motivation to do better, to be better, right? You're ending old situations or old ways of existing, being, and thinking, and embracing new ways, doing things in new ways. And you could be expressing this to people or telling people about this or wanting to communicate this to people or show this to people. Yes, you're acting out of a new empowered way of being and existing and seeing. You're recognizing how much power you actually have in your life, how much control you actually have over the responses that you give to certain situations that manifest or unfold. You're just really seeing that you are one of the creators of your own reality, that you're recognizing that you are directly in tune and in harmony with the divine, co-creating your reality that you exist in. Some of you all, what used to be in the past, old cycles that you were dealing with, you may have just reacted to life as life came about. You may not have actively chose to prepare for the futures that you want to be manifested. You may not have actively went out and made life what you wanted it to be. You more so kind of just reacted to life and responded to life and just kind of let life lead you on certain paths. And you may not have realized that you can lead life on certain paths. You can lead yourself down certain situations. You don't have to react and respond to life. You can co-create with life and work in tune and in harmony with life. Wow, this is powerful, you all. This is very, very powerful. You've gone from possibly some of you all kind of feeling sorry for yourself in certain situations that you dealt with. Maybe in certain situations you were dealt a bad hand, or not a bad hand per se, like physical, but more so you may not have been given the things that you may have wanted. You may not have been experiencing the things that you wanted. You may have been dealing with people who disrespected you, who did not treat you right, who did not value you, etc., etc. And it's almost like you were able to take a step back and look at the situation for what it really was, and you started to realize how much control and power you actually had in each of those situations, to not end up in those situations or to not let them affect you negatively. Instead of spending so much time focusing on all the negative that certain individuals did to you, all the negative that you dealt with in your situations in your past or when you were growing up or whatever, you realize that you could have taken that time, effort, and energy and poured more into yourself and chose to do things that would manifest better realities for yourself, right? You're seeing how much power you actually really have. You're seeing what your true potential is. One of the reasons why you could have been in a situation or been caught up in a cycle of, so say, feeling sorry for yourself, doing the poor, you, poor you thing. Not to say that I'm being insensitive to what you were dealing with, because some of you all were dealing with very difficult situations. I'm not saying you shouldn't have felt sorry for yourself. What I'm saying is you realized that feeling sorry for yourself in those situations was not getting you any closer to where you really wanted to be. And one of the reasons why you could have been engaging in those feeling sorry for yourself type behaviors is because of the people that you were around. Maybe people who you are around, they like to constantly complain. They like to focus on all the negative and the things that are not going right in their life. And, oh, poor them. Why does this stuff always happen to them type of thing? You're recognizing the power of your word. You no longer say things like, why does that always happen to you? Because you're recognizing that you're telling the universe to always manifest something for you by expecting that it always happens for you that way. And it's like, okay, that's fine if you want to expect something to always happen, but why not expect good to always happen to you instead of always expecting negative, right? So you were dealing with individuals who, instead of them recognizing their true power and their abilities in certain situations, they'd rather complain about all the bad things that have happened to them or that people do to them. They rather like to see themselves as less powerful, less worthy. They essentially trap themselves in realities that don't allow them to see a way out of something, or that don't allow them to recognize how much power and control they actually had in a situation. Yeah, you can't necessarily control what people may do to you always, but a lot of the time you can control how much you allow yourself to react to those things that those people do. How you allow yourself to react to those things that people do. You don't have to allow yourself to constantly sit in feeling betrayed by somebody. You can recognize that they betrayed you and then immediately move forward into, how do you not end up in that situation again? Instead of staying in the energy of, they betrayed you, they betrayed you, they betrayed you. Why did they do that to you? When you're recognizing or have realized that you give too much of your power to create the next parts of your life and your future and your realities, when you're constantly giving somebody else the power and control over you in a situation. You may not have realized that your life is as valuable, as meaningful as it is. And maybe when you start to realize how valuable your life is, how valuable you are, how loved by the divine you are, then you started to not allow certain people to affect you in certain ways, or you started to not allow yourself to engage in certain reactions, certain thoughts, certain behaviors in response to the things that people are doing. You started to be more proactive and less reactive. You started to create good karma for yourself, not bad karma. Good results, not bad results. Instead of focusing so much on how somebody may have betrayed you or how something may have went wrong, you focus more on how you could have prevented it, how you could have chosen better people, better situations, how you could have reacted differently, right? You're giving yourself more power and giving away your power less. And you're making sure that others know where you stand in a situation, what you're willing to deal with, what you're willing to take, what you're not willing to deal with, what you're not willing to take. It's like something just makes sense now for you. And you're able to realize, again, how much of your power you were actually giving away in your past to other people who didn't deserve it, to situations and circumstances that didn't deserve it. And you're co-creating in tune and in harmony with the divine, with the universe. You realize that you have been giving more power than you were ever taught or told that you had. The reasons why you may not have been taught or told that you have these powers, these gifts, or these abilities to co-create in tune and in harmony with the divine is because those people didn't even realize they had that power. And so it's like you're seeing reality, you're seeing life from different perspectives now. And you're acting out of those new perspectives, those new ways of existing and being. And this is allowing you to become more limitless, to become less stuck, less trapped, less unempowered. You could have been nervous to think this way, to behave this way. Maybe you didn't want to feel like you're the oddball out. Maybe you didn't want to feel like you're just kidding yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're living in fantasy world, thinking that you have as much power and as much control as you do to co-create and tune in harmony with the universe to manifest the realities that you want in life. But you're realizing where you were going wrong in the past, and you have corrected that. You realize the things that you were doing or thinking or believing that weren't beneficial for you. You may have realized that maybe you were looking for solutions to your problems in the wrong places, and you realize where the solutions to your problems are now. Maybe you were thinking the solutions to your problems were to make other people stop doing certain things, to make them stop behaving in certain ways, to do this, do that. But you were putting all the power and control of the situation in the hands of others. The solution was within you all along. The ability to fix the situation, to overcome the situation, and to be better, to do better, and to empower and improve and enhance yourself had always been within you. You didn't need that other person to stop cheating on you. You needed to be happy with being alone. You didn't need your friends to stop betraying you. You needed to stop picking friends that would betray you. You didn't have anger problems, anger issues. You just didn't see that it was a waste of your beautiful power and energy to allow somebody to get you so bothered that you are extremely angry and giving them all kinds of beautiful, powerful, creative energy. You didn't realize how powerful your creative energy is. You see, It all comes back to knowing what your true worth is, knowing what your true potential is, knowing how much power you really have in life. You're finding the solutions to whatever problems you could have had in the past. You're finding them in the right places now, because there's a change of perspective. There's a change of existing being and how you interact with life, how you interact with yourself, how you interact with others. You're learning to trust yourself more. That could have been one of the issues in the past. Maybe your intuition is extremely powerful, but you may not have trusted it. You're learning to trust yourself. You're learning to respect yourself. You're learning to value yourself. You're learning that you're not delusional to believe that you can co-create and tune in harmony with the universe to manifest the realities that you want to exist in. You're realizing things like you don't have to be mad just because somebody did something that would make someone mad. You don't have to be mad. But you also don't have to allow somebody to continue to do the things that makes people mad. You don't have to be sad. Even if other people do things to make you sad, you do not have to stay in the energy of being sad if you don't want to. And I know that there are people who have not gotten to the position in life to realize that yet, to see that yet, to know that yet. But you all have gotten to that point. You're realizing how much potential you really have. You're realizing that you and your life is much more meaningful than you think it is. You realize that you were the solution to your problems all along. You have learned how to trust yourself. You have learned that certain individuals don't want the best for you, so maybe you shouldn't talk to them about your problems and your issues. You have learned that when you are healing, when you are becoming better, when you are gaining your strength, your power, the last thing that you need to do is go around others that'll fuck that all up for you. That will get you back caught up in feeling sorry for yourself, constantly talking about all the negative, horrible things in life and why you're in the situation you're in and why you couldn't do this and why that, and this person and oh. Some of you all are realizing the value of keeping yourself busy. Some of you all have gained some sort of confidence, maybe even to start your own business. Some of you all, maybe in the past, you've had some sort of business and it wasn't successful. And maybe you were doing the poor you thing. But you decided to take your power back. Admit the truth that the solution to the problems the whole time lied within you, and decided to invest again in oneself or to try again and apply whatever knowledge and wisdom that you gain from that situation, it's like you're not afraid to admit the truth anymore. And this is going to help you move out of whatever difficult situations you could have been in the past. It's going to help you to close doors on the past. And it's going to help you to begin to manifest beautiful, productive, prosperous, empowering, wealthy realities for yourself. I'm going to clarify this a little more for you all. Can we clarify this, please? This is wild. This is wild. The quote that just came out for you all right now is by Donald Trump. It says, part of being a winner is knowing when enough is enough. And what I'm sensing why that quote came out for you all is because you have realized when enough is enough. You have been giving your power away to other people for far too long. You had been manifesting cycles that were not meant for you to be in for far too long. You were looking at yourself as less valuable, as less worthy, as less powerful than you really are for far too long. Enough is enough. You're recognizing more of when whatever you're doing, it's not working, or whatever you're doing is working. Do more of what's working, do less of what's working. Or do less of what's not working. Part of being a winner is knowing when enough is enough. There's something in your situation where you may have felt like enough is enough. You're no longer going to entertain self-pity. You're no longer going to entertain giving your power away to individuals who didn't deserve it. You're going to trust yourself. You're not going to stay in situations just because they're comfortable when you know you need to move on, move forward, and do something different. What this also means for some of you all is you don't need to tell everybody and their mama what you're doing, how you made this beautiful transition, how you gained whatever this knowledge or this wisdom is, why you're no longer choosing to deal with these kind of people and that kind, do this and do that, why are you moving different, why are you da-da-da. You're winning. You're winning. People are going to see you winning. You don't need to tell them you're winning, right? They're going to see you winning. You don't need to tell them that you gained some newfound level of respect. You see your true potential. You know your value. You know your worth. You're not going to stand. There ain't no need to do that. Just move how you move. Sometimes when you win, you may want more and more and more. And sometimes you have to be okay with that win that you got and know when enough is enough. Sometimes you have to be happy with where you're at. Because sometimes trying to chase more wins may not be the best option. It's kind of like those who bet, right? Who go to casinos and they bet. A lot of the time, there's a feeling that they get. Let's say they hit the jackpot. I'm willing to bet that 9 times out of 10, they get some feeling within themselves that tells them, that's it. You won. Now go home. Enjoy that with yourself, your family, your friends, whoever. Invest more in yourself. Do something with that jackpot. And you know what a lot of people do? They say, what if I can do it again? They say, what if they can do it again? And they go chasing that win that they had instead of enjoying that win. And a lot of them end up losing all that jackpot. You gotta know when you're a winner and when enough is enough. Sometimes it's not worth trying to get more, trying to do more, because you might end up risking the good that you have. But regardless, throughout this situation, believing in yourself and trusting yourself is going to be very, very, very valuable. It may require you to work with some people, to involve yourself with other individuals. You may have got to where you are with help. Don't forget about those who have helped you along in this process, who have been there for you. So it looks like many of you all are about to be feeling very lighthearted and very free-spirited, very excited, very happy, because you're finally recognizing how much power and potential you have in life and that you've had in life. And you're going to be feeling on top of the world. But you also have to make sure you have reasonable limits within yourself. Even though you're becoming more unlimited, right? You're recognizing more of this power that you have. You also want to respect that power. Don't overindulge to the point to where you're manifesting negative realities for yourself. Do things that allow you to feel lighthearted and free-spirited, okay? Be around people and in situations that allow you to be feeling lighthearted and free-spirited, okay? Look at that. You're going to be feeling very free, very liberated because of this newfound sense of potential and power and abilities that you realize that you have to co-create reality with the universe. You're going to be realizing more and more how much you can depend on yourself, how little you may need others. But know that sometimes working with others can be beneficial as well. But don't give away your power to create the reality that you want by being overly reactive to what other people do and say. You want to be more proactive. You want to be more predictive of the ways that life can manifest, the many possible outcomes of the future that can manifest, and prepare for all of them as much as possible. Right? So if you do work with others, know that sometimes others don't come through for you. Know that sometimes others say one thing, but they mean another. Know that sometimes they might not be reliable. So you have to make sure that you always have yourself at the end of the day. That you're going to make things happen for yourself, even if others aren't able to make it happen for you. Instead of sitting in the poor you, why does this happen to you mentality. But I see that you're feeling lighthearted and free-spirited and liberated because you can depend on yourself. You're realizing that you don't really need too many other people. That you don't need all the other things you may have thought that you needed. You're no longer looking for solutions to whatever issues that were going on in the wrong place. Some of you are also learning how to take whatever criticism that others may have of you or have for you. You're learning how to take it in a constructive way. So if somebody says something negative to you, you don't have to see it as negative. You can look at it for what it is and see if there's any kind of truth within whatever they're saying. If there is truth within what they're saying, try not to get caught up in the feeling of they said that to you to be disrespectful. They were mean to you when they said it. It was negative when they said it. And look at more of what's the truth in the situation. And how do you take whatever that truth is that they said, regardless of how they said it, and use it to your benefit to make your life better or to improve a situation or to make a situation better. Some of you all, that's why you feel more liberated, because you have a better ability to not get so hung up on the things that people say to you or say about you or the things that people do, because you know at the end of the day, you're going to have you regardless. You can support yourself regardless. You don't need them to make your self-esteem better or to make you feel confident within your own self or to make you feel like you're doing good in life. So you don't always have to expect and want other people to tell you good things. You recognize the value in some of the bad things that people may say. Some of the bad things that people may do. You can learn from that. It's just like a whole change of your outlook and perspective on life, which is just beautiful, y'all. I see you feeling more free than you probably have felt in a long time. Because you can depend on yourself, regardless of what other people say to you, regardless of what other people do. You don't have to accept it the way that they're sending it, or the way that they're doing it, or the way that they're meaning it. It looks like a lot of you all have let go of some sort of desire to fit in. And this is what is making you feel more liberated. You're winning. You don't need other people to tell you you're winning. You're doing great in life. You don't need other people to tell you you're doing great in life. You were correct in the situation. You don't need people to apologize to you for what they did wrong. Because at the end of the day, what does it really matter? Okay, they apologized. What does it matter if they don't like you? Now, I can see if you have to do what you got to do to maintain a job, to maintain a household, to maintain a marriage, a union, a relationship, or something of that sort. But for some of y'all, there's many situations where you could have been trying to fit in with others or get them to like you and see the value in you, and you realize that it's not necessary. As long as you see the value in yourself, what does it matter if they don't like you, if they don't accept you, if they don't want you? Do you even really want to be involved with people who can't see the value within you, who can't see your worth? So whatever this new consciousness that you have attained or that you have accessed or that you have been acting out of, it is helping you to unlock some sort of gifts or abilities or powers within yourself and helping you to empower yourself in ways that you may not have ever experienced before. And it is showing you more of your true gifts and abilities and how much ability and power you have to co-create your own reality in tune and in harmony with the universe. And so, of course, when you move into this new way of being or existing, this new way of thinking, this new way of responding and reacting to situations, certain individuals may not like it. But you're being told that whatever you do, do not quit being this beautiful being that you have become. Do not forget your power and your ability to co-create with the universe. Just because others want to do the poor them, oh, complain, life never works out for all this old stuff, you don't have to do it. You can sit and listen to them if you want to, be in that energy. But don't feel like you have to talk about all the negative or bad or whatever that happened to you. You don't even have to talk about that. You can talk about all the good that's happening to you in your life. These people might feel disrespected. And maybe that's a sign that you don't need to be around that anymore. But whatever the case may be, continue to shine your light and continue to shine bright despite the darkness. Despite those who would rather remain in darkness. I love y'all. I wish y'all the best with this situation. And I will see you soon.